Welcome, food travelers. I'm Micah.
The last time I was down here in Oregon was with Simon, and we headed to the food carts in downtown Portland. Today I am headed to Hillsboro, Oregon, and I was looking for a buffet, and this one came across what I was looking for, a seafood buffet. Hug Grill Buffet is open 7 days a week. Their operating hours are Monday to Thursday, with Sunday being the same time, 11 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and Friday, Saturday is 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. I was here for their dinner, so for Monday to Thursday, their dinner pricing is $19.99 a person at this time of recording, and seniors and children do have a little bit of discount, so check their website for more details on that as you come to visit. So I came here for early dinner, and I was looking for a seafood buffet, as I said. And I believe this one has a lot of options. It's actually really big inside. They do have like a large party seating area as you enter the restaurant, and they do have a large seating section in the back as well. As soon as you pay, the waitress in the front pretty much said that you can sit wherever you want, just pick a seat and then go sit down, and so that's what I did. And walking through the buffet, as you can see here, there's a whole bunch of seafood options, a lot of Asian dim sum stuff as well, and they do have these stir-fried shrimp that I'm grabbing from my plate, and they're really good. I like those type of styles, and you might have seen some of them in our previous buffet videos at like the Wicked Spoon or like the Bacchanal, and a lot of other seafood buffets do have them as well. And another thing that I thought was really interesting, seeing this buffet, is having a noodle section. I mean, it's not something that you would expect from a local buffet, I would say, but this one did have it, and there was quite a bit of stuff you could grab, and you just put in a bowl and give it to the chef, and he'll cook it up for you. Another item that I thought was nice to see here was all the sashimi and sushi choices, and it's not just a bunch of rolls, and there are like I said, the sashimi choices where they just have a section of that in the back of this buffet. But another thing that I thought was really great about this buffet is the time. Like, what I mean by time is that they do put down timing on some of the trays and some of the stations, so you do know when those items were placed out. For example, like this kimchi section, they put down the time, and it does look like it was placed early lunchtime, so that's something I saw, and I said, okay, well, it doesn't look as fresh as it could be, but it's still pretty good. Some of these other items you can see here is they do have a really large salad section. It seems like a lot of buffets have these big salad sections, so if you're a big salad eater, this is a great area to be. Another thing I thought was really great was seeing the amount of utensils that was available. So if you're clearing your plate and you left your utensils on your old plate and you want new utensils, you can have that choice and just grab it yourself and not wait for the waiter or waitress to grab it for you. So going through all the dishes here on my plate, I grabbed some octopus, I grabbed some shrimp, I grabbed some oysters and clams. I also grabbed those stir-fried crab that there was in the shell, and these creamy scallops. I believe those are creamy cheese scallops, and some steamed clams. Steamed clams are always one of my favorite items to grab at a buffet. And I also got some salmon, some sushi, and some rolls, and some tuna sashimi and mackerel as well. Going through those clams were a little bit of a disappointment to me. I think they could have been cleaned a little bit better. There was a lot of sand to them and some grits. As you eat through them, I also think they were sitting out there for a little bit longer than they should have been and probably should have been replaced. They weren't as hot as I would have liked it to be, and they weren't as sweet as well. So that's something to consider if you are grabbing them. And the sushi, it tasted pretty fresh. I was watching the sushi chef slice them up and place them out as I was grabbing some of the items. So moving on to the grilled item here, the grilled salmon on the plate. I felt like that was on the drier side. I felt like they could have maybe made smaller batches or replaced it more frequently so that it wasn't sitting there so long. So that was a disappointment to me since it was on a drier side. Another item I really was excited to try was the creamy cheese scallops. I thought those were pretty good overall. They were easy to pull off the shell, and there was a lot of flavor to them as well. The charred octopus I thought was a little bit of a disappointment to me. I feel like they could have had a little bit more flavor to it. It could have been that they just been sitting out there for a little bit longer too, maybe since lunchtime, as I was here for early dinner. So that could have been the issue there. Another item I really enjoyed here was those stir-fried crab. I thought those were pretty good. I feel like they had a lot of flavor to it and a lot of different spices that they used to make it. So those are definitely worth a try at this buffet. As you see here, I'm still eating those creamy cheese scallops. Those were definitely really good. I believe I got like a couple different plates of those. Those stir-fried shrimp, they're really crunchy. They got a nice texture to it. One thing I didn't really like was this bamboo leaf wrapped red bean paste. I thought it was too sticky. And then I think they tied the string around it too tight, because these are usually steamed, and I know why you have to tie it tightly, but I thought it was a little bit too tight and too difficult to pull off. And as soon as I was able to pull it off, my hands was just full of stickiness, and that was not a great feeling for me. This one is a steamed red bean bao, or bun as you call it, and I thought that was pretty good too. It had a lot of red bean flavor to it, but then I just like the steamed bamboo leaf red bean paste. That both of them were too sticky in terms of texture, and as you pull them apart, you could feel it all over your fingers. And it would have been nice to have some wet wipes, I guess, instead of just looking for just the normal paper towels that they give you to wipe off your hands. So going through the dessert here, as you can see, they do have ice cream section, and you can see that it's self-serve. As you can see, some of the flavors being mixed in with other flavors probably from the different spoons not being cleaned off before re-scooping through. And they do have these shaved ice machines, which was nice to see at this buffet. As many buffets that we've been to, they don't usually have shaved ice machines to use. And they do have these puddings, jellos, different flavors of jello, as you see here with the different colors. And they also have puddings, and they have these different type of cakes, and they have pears and lots of different fruits as well. So if you are a fruit lover, there is a lot of fruit option. And they do have different type of cakes, like the yellow, the red ones, and they have these Oreo ones and tiramisu and different type of cream puffs as well. And one thing I was a little bit disappointed in was not seeing some Asian style desserts. So that is something that they probably could improve on and add that as well. So going through the dessert here, I did get the tiramisu, and And they had this white coconut cake. I thought it was on a really sweet side. I feel like they could have added more coconut flavor to it, but if you're just really into sweet cakes, that's a really great one to grab. Overall, this was a great buffet, and it was really large inside, and it does have a lot of options. So if you are in the Hillsboro section of Oregon and you are looking for a seafood buffet, bring your appetite. And to wrap up the episode are the notables. Unfortunately for this one, there are none. And to support our channel, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell. For more photos of food and our travels, follow us on Instagram. Thanks for watching.